It's your boy, KC Smooth. Back with another banger reaction, and today we're reacting to Ice Spice The Fall Off. Damn. Drop the BlackySpeakz for this video. Go ahead and like my video, comment, subscribe, and notice on, share my channel with your friends. Without further ado, let's get into it.
They're marketing her like this for a very specific reason.
They definitely are. This is a crazy pick to start off with. I ain't gonna cap. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, like I always do in every reaction. I like Ice Spice. Matter of fact, I love her. I ain't never heard a song in my life. I ain't never heard a song, but I love her. And it's because of that one thing. That bend that ass over. That coochie breathe. The signature emo that everybody knows and loves, just like me. And we can keep it a buck. Y'all don't got a cap. You know what I'm saying? She bend it over. You know what I'm saying? Touch that cat. You know what I'm saying? Stick the tongue out just like here she is right here. Ah. You know what I'm saying? That emote is up there with the Jordan fadeaway, the Kobe fist pump, the LeBron chalk toss. Those are the greatest signature moves in the history of the world. That's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it in the stack. Y'all can argue with me in the comment section. I don't know a better 4 emotes in the world. When she bend that over, that gives her a plus 16 on her live performance attributes. You know what I'm saying? Like when she does that, her rapping gets better, her singing gets a little bit better. I don't know if she be singing or not, but maybe she do a little bit in her songs. I feel like she do. But like when she does that, like her live performance gets up there with MJ. You know what I'm saying? Her and Michael's eye and eye. Her and Madonna's eye and eye. Beyonce who? Fuck Beyonce. When Ice Spice get on the stage and do that move. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just me showing appreciation and love for the, you know what I'm saying, for the art of live performing. And she up there when she do that move. Now when she don't, her ass can perform in the janitor's closet. But when she do that move, put on the Super Bowl. Fuck Kendrick. Put on the Super Bowl. You feel what I'm saying? That's just all it is. I'm just showing love, you know.
Her body is more popular than her music. I
won't
just
argue
don't
that.
understand how people don't see it.
I'm not mad at it, though. I'm not mad at that, though.
That's new hip-hop artist, Ice Spice.
How long can they keep on shoving her down our throats?
I ain't gonna lie to you, the best part of when she performs is the twerk.
What I just say? Now, what I just say? If y'all know who that is, his name is Academics. He's a hip-hop journalist. Me and him, see, we here. Me and him is here. We eye to eye, we here. What I just tell y'all? When she do that twerk, it's up. Ain't nobody touching her. I just said that. I'm just giving y'all the real, man.
And it looks like the fall off is approaching. Now, Ice Spice, a name most people recognize. She's one of the most well-known young female rappers in the industry. Blew up over 2 years ago with the song Munch, which ended up catching a lot of people's attention.
That all is feeling you?
A lot of that attention came in terms of love, hate, intrigue, and everything in between. That aside, one thing's for sure, she managed to capitalize on that wave and eventually kept on rising and rising.
Hey, now, I'm gonna be completely honest. Her game is definitely slowing down for sure. I think like her last album only did like what, like 18K or something like that first week, and then she's on tour right now. I don't know if that's selling out or not, but I think she's only doing like theaters or whatever. But yeah, definitely think, you know what I'm saying, in terms of like her name being everybody's face every day, her name is definitely in her. She's falling off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? The Sexy Reds is popping up, you know what I'm saying? Even, what's her name? Doechii, she's a TDE artist. She's been going stupid right now. So, like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Ice Spice, you know what I'm saying? Her time has come. You know what I'm saying? I still hit all my niggas in the comment section, all my niggas watching this video. I know y'all hitting. If Ice Spice come up to you, you know what I'm saying? And it's a very vulnerable moment in your life. You don't even gotta be vulnerable. You could just be sitting there eating a sandwich. You feel what I'm saying? And she walk up to you, hey, you trying to fuck? You're going. Let's not lie. You know, even though she did slim down and she got mad light. Like here, she a little bit more tan. Now she's Rice Spice. Like she got mad white. I don't know what happened. And she got mad slim. She done lost some of the thickness on some of the cakes. Like I don't know what she doing. I guess, you know, she getting a little bit healthy. I mean, shout out to the healthy people out there. But Ice, your main thing about you, like he just said, was your body, and now you losing that too. So you gotta lock in with yourself. Do you want a career or not? You know what I'm saying? You gotta pick and choose.
Kept on rising and rising. It seems like that rise has came to an end, however. Ice Spice's recent album sales being a sign of that. Isis Gaston, professionally known as Ice Spice, is a 24-year-old
She got a
rapper
booty
born on
chin.
January 1st, 2000, out of the Bronx, New York. She attended.
Of course, she played volleyball. Of course. All my niggas, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the volleyball players, the softball players, even the soccer. Nah, yeah, volleyball, softball. You know what I'm saying? With a volleyball, softball. Even some of the track girls, even though they be looking a little bit muscular, you know what I'm saying? Look like put you in a MMA leg lock. You know what I'm saying? They be looking good too. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, but it's really the volleyball players. The volleyball players, you know what I'm saying? Every nigga used to go to the volleyball game and ain't know what was going on. We just here to see the cheeks. Let's be honest. We just here to see that ass. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying? I play basketball, so even after practice, they would be setting up for the volleyball games. I wasn't going nowhere. I had a front row seat. Like I was at Madison Square Garden. What is you talking about?
Sacred Heart High School in Yonkers, and after graduating in 2018, enrolled at the State University of New York at Purchase, where she studied communications and at the same time balanced playing volleyball. Ice Spice started making music while in college and stated that she always had a passion for it, and that's how she dabbled in it. Despite the time she spent making a lot of progress playing volleyball, along with her studies, she eventually made the decision to drop out around her sophomore year. That led to her shouldering the responsibility of being the eldest sister of 5.
Dropping out. Crazy. Actually, no, it's not. I'm tripping. What am I talking about? Hey, bro, college be a scam. I ain't gonna cap. A lot of people probably say it too. College ain't what it's, you know what I'm saying, what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? The only people that's in college, shout out to y'all. Y'all probably only going to party. Let's be honest. Y'all niggas be getting drunk every Thursday to Sunday. And it's back to class on Monday. Y'all niggas is not really studying for real. Y'all just here to get some cheeks or to get some dick. Now, some of y'all, I give y'all the props. Y'all probably there, you know what I'm saying? Try to get your little education. Your little education. But y'all really ain't on shit. No disrespect. But shout out to people in college.
Working a wide range of jobs, including at Wendy's and The Gap. During her studies, she ended up meeting Ephraim Louis Lopez Jr., mostly known as Riot, a well-known producer behind the majority of her records. Ice Spice and Riot.
Hey, y'all think you think they be fucking y'all?
Relationship.
Hey, let me know down in the conversation. Y'all think that he be hitting her?
Collaboration, a relationship
you know what I'm saying?
that became a key component in her success and blow up. Because not only was Ephraim a very talented and ambitious producer, he also had a lot of prior ties to the music industry, something that Ice Spice benefited from. The ties to the industry he had was through his father, DJ Enough, a DJ and radio personality born in Brooklyn, New York, who's been working
I think I heard
at
that name
the radio
before.
station Hot 97 since 1998. The encounter with Riot later on led to Ice Spice releasing her debut song, Bully Freestyle, in March 2021. The song gained attention after a video of Ice Spice participating in a challenge called the Bust It Challenge went viral on Twitter.
Hey, boy. Hey. I said, ooh, baby. Baby, I love you. Hey, dude, hey, nigga. But the bus. Hey, boy, that was some time. Hey, boy, if you was on TikTok during that time, boy. Well, that challenge. Man. I'm speechless. I can't even say nothing. Like, that was just such a time, like, a lot of you niggas, it wasn't me. I'm not gonna say it was me. It definitely wasn't me, because I wasn't on TikTok like that. I'd be on TikTok every like 2 weeks. But a lot of y'all niggas was, y'all went to that busted tab, the busted challenge tab, and y'all niggas was just going to the video. Didn't take no breaks. Y'all niggas didn't even get up to use the bathroom. Y'all just kept scrolling. I don't blame you. Girls was going stupid. They was putting up 2018 LeBron numbers. No cap. I don't judge you. It wasn't me. If a show wasn't me, I would not say it was me. I was not doing that. But a lot of y'all niggas was. And I don't blame you.
Sometime later after that, she dropped the song Name of Love, which also gained attention, but this time on SoundCloud. On August 10, 2022, Ice Spice released her song Munch, distributed by Worldstar Hip Hop. The song quickly gained traction on social media, and Ice Spice was officially on the trajectory of blowing up. And that's exactly what eventually ended up happening. Ice Spice, in a span of a few weeks, became one of the most talked about new artists, all because of one song.
Went
but
crazy.
Specifically, one line from the song.
You thought I was feeling you?
That nigga munch. He eat it for lunch.
Sound bit in their TikTok videos, and she was getting posted all over the blogs. On top of that, her streams were going through the roof, and all around, she was receiving a lot of attention all at once. Even Drake.
Damn! Boy, Nicki, boy. You ain't had to put that little, you know what I'm saying? the little snippet of Nicki in that. Jesus Christ, what Jesus Christ. Shout out my nigga Drake, the GOAT. Y'all, if y'all watch my last reaction, I know that, you know what I'm saying, Drake my favorite artist, he the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't blame him. He was trying to hit. Can you blame him? I mean, damn. Nick can't get no pussy in peace.
And her by sending her
y'all.
a DM on Instagram, which she posted online as promo for herself. On September 2022, around a month after her initial blow-up, Ice Spice signed a record deal with 10K Projects, which was under a bigger major label, Capitol Records. In the months following, Ice Spice capitalized on her relevancy, as she was now backed up by the industry machine. At this point, she was really starting to take off. The hype on social media had built her up to a level where she had all the attention on her.
She's going
However,
crazy,
since she climbed so fast in the industry, Ice Spice was still a very much unknown.
Yeah, she went and got that Barbie song with Nicki, obviously. The song with Taylor Swift. Taylor was trying to get, she was trying, you know what I'm saying, like every, you know what I'm saying, like a smart artist trying to capitalize on the hype. Yeah, but she went and got you know, so she even performed with her on in a stadium. But yeah, they were trying to, you know, so she was with her at the Super Bowl, looking mad out of place. Looking mad out of place.
Own face to the world. Here we had this attractive, racially ambiguous looking light-skinned woman who essentially blew up overnight in the music industry. So she had a big name, but who was the person behind the music? This is when streamer and YouTuber Kai Cenat comes into play, because Ice Spice ended up doing an hour-long stream with Kai Cenat.
In the hook I said, in the hook I said, you did me dirt, cause what did I do? Like,
People could suddenly now put a personality to the face, which is an important part of the story, because if people feel like they don't know you, it's going to be very hard for you to pivot. Along with the song Munch climbing, her name being in the spotlight, and people now having a sense of who she was, things were going fairly well for Ice Spice, especially considering the fact that she only had a handful of songs.
Kai's the biggest streamer in the world, so that definitely helped.
People recognized. Ice Spice, before she went on Kai Cenat's stream, also did a performance at Rolling Loud, which was heavily in the focal point during her blow-up.
Like I said, look, you see, like I just told you, she ain't doing that move. Live performance is straight doo-doo. Now, when she turn around right here in the next couple seconds and turn around and bend it over and touch that cat, MJ level. But as you can see, live performance trash.
You can tell that she wasn't prepared for this moment. And on top of the narrative regarding her being an average rapper becoming stronger, people are now criticizing her stage presence, which is a critical aspect of being an artist. However, for Ice Spice, since she was such a new act who had rose to prominence so quickly, people eventually gave her a break. Later on, Ice Spice dropped 2 singles ahead of her EP. The first one being Bikini Bottom. The song had a somewhat catchy vibe to it. However, the very gimmick that people were drawn to was eventually the same thing that made people lose interest in it. One of the reasons why her breakout song Munch ended up catching virality.
Yeah, that was the one that sampled the SpongeBob beat, right? I'm assuming so. I don't know how the song goes, but I know she sampled that beat.
Was because of the line, "You thought I was feeling you." That ninja Munch. She somehow managed to capture that same exact essence on Bikini Bottom. The line, "How can I lose if I'm already chose?"
Like,
viral moment of the song.
I'm sorry, I know that sounded mad. That was mad sassy. I ain't gonna lie, I apologize. That was mad sassy. I'm not like that. Shout out to all my, you know what I'm saying, all my gay niggas out there, but I'm not like that. That sounded mad sassy. My bad.
It's out that were catching heat, and while those were still bubbling, she was getting a lot of coverage, specifically within hip-hop media. The biggest impact of the coverage relating to how fast she came up. People were wondering, how did she even come up this fast? That was a good question, because after all, at this point, she was only a few months into her career. Somehow, she's been getting all these cosigns from these big superstars out of nowhere, and her face is being plastered all over the place. A few months later, on January 6, 2023, she dropped the final single, In Her Mood, leading up to her EP, Like. The EP had not a lot of songs on it, 6 in total, minus the 3 she had already released. Despite that, the project ended up pushing 15,000 in first week sales, which wasn't bad for an artist.
That's actually kind of, especially for a new artist, that's solid.
Who had blown up 5 months prior. It also debuted at number 13 on the top rap albums chart and at number 37 on the Billboard 200. The next few months after this is when she reached the peak of her career. Ice Spice linked up with UK artist.
Oh, yeah. How is this? I was about to
Boys
play
of
anyway.
Fire 2. The song peaked at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, which up until this point was the biggest moment of her career. Now that was until the Barbie soundtrack for the Barbie movie. Ice Spice, along with Nicki Minaj, was featured on the Barbie soundtrack.
Boy, that's a 2-man if I ever seen. Boy, that's Hall of Fame 2-man. Oh my! Imagine you tell your boy, "Hey, bro, I got Ice Spice and Nicki lined up. We better go see them right now, nigga." You better take every honey pack, every blue chew in your motherfucking life. You better take everything you got. You gotta bring everything you got. Nigga, you going to war. To war. You feel what I'm saying? You better bring every supplement you need to get you through the night. Cause you hear how they be talking in their records. You gonna have to go all night. You can't get laughed off the stage. This is your biggest moment. You in the stadium. You on the 1 yard line. It's a touchdown to win the Super Bowl. This is the buzzer beater in the NBA Finals Game 7. You got to lock in. You feel what I'm saying? That's one of the moments. True.
That was
Hall
a
of
very
Fame
big
2-man.
mainstream moment for her, which kept propelling her to the top. Shortly after that, a collaboration with Taylor Swift for the song
Crazy.
Karma was announced. The record hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, so this was her second top 10 entry within the span of a few months. At this point, Ice Spice had built up a significant amount of leverage in the
Taylor skinny ass. They knew what they was doing, but they should have never put her walking up at the same time as Ice Spice. Because you know we're going to be compared. They play her builds. Taylor, you not like that. I've been seeing recently, she done, you know what I'm saying? She got a little thicker, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Taylor. She's pretty. You know what I'm saying? She just skinny as shit. You know what I'm saying? You hitting straight backbone. I don't know what Travis be hitting, but I know he hitting straight backbone. But them comparing her to Ice Spice, like, come on, y'all should have had him walk out at a different time.
music industry, and this was less than 1 year into her blow-up. She got co-signed by some of the biggest stars in music, performed alongside them, jumped on songs with them, and built up a very big social media platform through the millions of dollars of marketing that was dumped into her brand. But it was at this point that things eventually started to take a turn for the worse. A turn that eventually took her from almost 40 million monthly listeners to 15 in the span of a single year. Ice Spice started teasing a song called Fart, which was supposed to be the single to her next project, Y2K.
Oh my God, I remember that.
On TikTok and social media. She ended up releasing it on January 2020.
Just mad poop references. Like she be going stupid. Like her and like poop references is like Michael with the moonwalk. Like she just be spamming it. Like I no disrespect to MJ because MJ, you know what I'm saying, my second favorite artist behind Drake. They 1A, 1B actually. But like she be just spamming the poop references. Like it's crazy.
The song initially debuted at number 37. However, the week after that, it dropped down to 52, then 93, and after 1 month and 22 days of its release, the song officially left Billboard Hot 100. Ice Spice at this point didn't have any records on the charts. As she continued releasing a few more singles up until the release of her Y2K debut album, Ice Spice hype had clearly died down at this point. Her music just wasn't performing as well, and the novelty factor of her brand was disappearing by the second. And then came her debut studio album, Y2K, the release that was supposed to be the most defining moment.
This album cover is straight cheeks. I don't know what she was thinking when she did this. This is just trash. Like literally, like the trash that's on the right next to her on the left. This is I don't know what she was thinking. I mean that ass fat though, but the cover is trash.
Of her career. The album came out on July 26, 2024, with a mere length of only 10 songs and 23 minutes. The general public and her fans consider the album not good.
I feel like Ice Spice lacks the capacity and the ability to make a good record. Really, to me, on the surface, it reads more like a lack of effort than anything.
I don't like this bald head nigga. This nigga's always hating on my dog Drake. I really don't like him, dog. He cool or whatever. He alright, you know what I'm saying? This nigga don't got no mustache, no facial hair, big lip ass. But this nigga just be hating for no reason. This nigga to be reaching. Nigga bored as shit. He lost his wife. He was with a black girl, so I commend him for that. You know what I'm saying? He love his, you know what I'm saying, his chocolate girls. Shout out to him for that. But like, they just be doing too much sometimes.
The album ended up doing 28,000 in first week sales.
Oh, my bad, disrespected. I said 18. My bad, Ice Spice. 28.
A number that would be considered not so bad for any other fairly new artist.
Yeah.
However, considering how much the industry was pushing her, the numbers were definitely underwhelming. Let's talk about some key reasons why this album underperformed. But most importantly of all, let's talk about why Ice Spice lost relevancy. First of all, the album rollout didn't come across as authentic. One of the focal points of marketing this album had nothing to do with the music itself, but it did have everything to do with things outside of it, like her supposed relationship with UK rapper Central C. After coincidentally being spotted together in public around the same time she was ready to drop her album, it appeared as if they were allegedly dating, and they both kept the rumors alive and played into it. Come to find out, it was nothing but a ploy for a collab they were about to drop. The song was titled Did It First, and the entire concept of this particular song...
That song actually was kind of like a little bit of hit, right?
The release of the song sparked a triangle cheating scandal between Ice Spice, Central C, and another famous social media star whose name is Madeline. She dated Central C in the past, and sometime after the song had dropped, Ice Spice stated that they were strictly friends. This is when we get into the topic of gimmicks. The definition of the word is as follows: something that is not serious or of real value that is used to attract people's attention or interest temporarily, especially to make them buy something. A strategy we've seen a lot of rappers in the game use.
Jesus Christ, that little pump looks... Forehead is punching, boy. Jesus Christ.
Of the corporations, i.e. the record labels. And it usually ends up in the artist becoming a has-been. The psychology behind why that happens, people simply become more attached to the temporary high of uncovering what the gimmick actually is, rather than getting emotionally invested in the artist.
This was her prom,
her
boy.
brand has always been very superficial. One of the biggest reasons why she even blew up in the first place was, you guessed it, due to petty privilege, a social phenomenon which acknowledges the societal advantage a person has by fitting into the beauty standards of their culture. Ice Spice is, after all, a racially ambiguous, attractive woman.
Fine.
Most importantly of all,
used
light
to be.
skin. Colorism is a huge factor that plays a critical part in the success of...
Hey, man, listen. And if y'all thinking that I'm just, I only like light, I definitely do. I love every shade, every color. You know what I'm saying? Flo Milli fine as shit. You know what I'm saying? But Flo Milli so fine. Who else? I like Lotto, she fine. I like Meg, fine as hell. Nicki fine. All the female rappers be fine, to be honest, except for like Glow. And even Glow be having her moments. I ain't gonna cap. A lot of y'all in the comment section gonna cap and say Glow don't be looking like that sometimes. But sometimes, at the right angle, Glow really be looking alright. You feel what I'm saying? She be looking alright. You know, her eyes mad wide apart, like Sid. Like, wait, at some angle, she be looking like Rihanna. Let me chill.
This is the same thing Cardi B benefited from. Being racially ambiguous simply makes you appear as more relatable to a bigger demographic of people. She had all those things playing towards her advantage, on top of having the nepotism aspect on her side. Ice Spice had every advantage in the book, which you can't fault her for capitalizing on, but it does explain why the general public views her as an attractive girl who one day decided to pick up a microphone and somehow surpassed the women in the industry who've been working at their craft for decades just to get ignored. The music industry is clearly not about talent. Ice Spice is a representation of that fact. She leveraged her looks in order to put herself in an elevated position, a position that's gonna be hard to maintain for the long haul.
Yeah.
The core of what Ice Spice sells is sexuality and promiscuity, something that she knows and all the people backing her up also know. This is not a secret when it comes to her. At every single moment possible, she's either seen twerking...
Jesus Christ. Oh boy, I have her ass on IG Live like Shannon Sharp. Boy, I don't care. We can do it anywhere. She won't.
or sticking out her tongue in a salacious way, which does constantly feed into her brand. This is what keeps her popular, because as a female rapper in this generation, unless you're selling the idea of sex, it's going to be hard for you to even get your foot in the door.
It is facts.
Part of selling this brand-wise is connected to children, specifically little girls. If you pay close attention to the visual aspect of her brand, bright colors like pink speaks to that younger audience, something that's been an integral part of marketing her to that big demographic of young girls. On top of the visual aspect, we also have the personality aspect. Ice Spice appears as a very likable person. That was, of course, up until the recent story involving her friend Cleo Trappa, which we'll talk about in just a minute. An aspect a lot of people overlook. Coming across as being likable can get you where you want to go, whether it's attracting the right opportunities for your business, cultivating relationships of all kinds, or having certain unique experiences in life. It's one of the most effective ways to network with others. People like being surrounded by others who exude a sense of warmth and friendliness. This is directly correlated to persuasiveness, which is the quality of making people do what you want or believe in what you believe. On a personality level, Ice Spice does project an easygoing kind of vibe. Whether or not it's real, that's not the point, nor is it relevant. She's managed to convince millions of people all around the world that she is who she supposedly says she is. So on top of what we spoke on, she also has a very strong identity, which is one of the key factors to reach a high level in any industry. It communicates a very strong message to anyone who's brought into your world, and Ice Spice has created a world for herself. However, considering all the leverage she's built up in the industry throughout her short time in it, it is inevitable to say that Ice Spice has been on a losing streak. Something that's not only affecting how the general public views her, but it's also going to affect the marketing budget her record label allocates to her career. Aside from that, her public persona has also been taking a very strong hit. Of course, I'm gonna talk about this story. I'm sure you might have heard the current viral situation she's found herself in.
I ain't lie, she looking rough in this pic. I don't know why he chose this pic. He shouldn't have did that. She looking rough in this pic.
Ice Spice's former friend and rapper, Cleo Chappa, recently came out and exposed Ice Spice for being a mean person behind the scenes.
She looked good too.
This is the second person who's been close to Ice Spice that's came out exposing her in the recent months. In one of the stories she told, Cleo Chappa talked about the mistreatment she faced from Ice Spice on tour.
I want my fans to come out like she didn't really try to like mesh me in with her actual fan base or try to like put her fan base onto me.
Ice Spice ended up responding to her friend by calling her a vacuum because she ate so much food at an Italian restaurant they went to during tour.
You're not gonna tell the people how we was at an Italian restaurant and you ate so much fucking food, you fucking vacuum, that the server was...
Yeah, I heard it's because she said she wasn't getting nothing to eat anywhere else. I would have been going stupid too. Damn, nigga, I'm hungry. Feed me. Please.
Like, where did the food go?
In other words, Ice Spice was a big fat meanie. According to Cleo Chappa, she was a fake friend, and she treated her like a second-class citizen, from having her carry her own bags to not being allotted a separate dressing space while they were touring, to Ice Spice team saying that there wasn't a budget in place when her friend asked them to buy her some food, a chicken salad. Cleo Chappa after this was convinced that Ice didn't like her, and as a matter of fact,
shout out my nigga
she
Dr.
hated her
Umar.
friend. After the embarrassment she faced behind the scenes, she decided to uncover the real side of Ice Spice. Now, this is definitely connected to the fall off or loss of relevancy.
Like, what type of hat is this? Is that a whisk? Is that what it's called? A whisk on top of his head? Bro, fashion is crazy, dog.
Ice Spice, if you will, because just a few months ago, one of her former friends, another one of her former friends, actually came out with a similar type of story. Her name is Baby Stormy, and personally, I don't know if I would consider
her eyes wonky than them
as very credible due to the nature of that particular expose. However, that aside, her reputation has definitely taken a hit. And this is related to something I spoke about, just a minute ago, which is her public persona. Because part of the reason why Ice Spice managed to be so successful is due to how she's appeared to the world. A young, beautiful, but very sweet woman, well-mannered, aside from when she's, shaking her ass, which is like, never. Ice Spice has benefited from a week.
That's the Ice Spice twerk compilation. A lot of your niggas gonna go after this video and go watch that. Now listen. To each his own. Go do your thing, player. Because I know when niggas was younger in middle school and when the World Star Hip Hop Tour compilations came out, niggas was there. So I don't blame you. For this new generation, the Ice Spice Tour compilations is where it's at. So.
The halo effect. A cognitive bias where the overall impression of a person influences how other people feel and think about a person's specific traits. So for Ice Spice, she has the visual package, which is, the assets, i.e. very nice body and good facial features and a nice smile. She simply looks better than 99% of the women on earth based on societal standards, of course. Because beauty is highly subjective, and depending on what culture you're in, your level of attractiveness will vary. Now, this is what they call the halo effect. It's considered the physical attractiveness stereotype,
in which what looks psychological is seen side of things.
I mean, there's even studies on this. Attractive people in society are perceived to be smarter, funnier, and more likable than less attractive people. From personal experience, I can tell you that some of the most demonic people I've met have been some of the most good-looking people on the outside. I'm sure you can relate to that. Ice Spice falls under this category perfectly, and that's why this recent story involving her friend coming out like this is just so damaging to her career. To be fair, her looking good is one of the only things that propelled her to this level. Let's just keep it real, right? This is like the nail in the coffin effect, where one needle is moving the mountain in a whole nother direction. all those good qualities people automatically projected on her are slowly dissipating in the minds of the public. Ice Spice's entire image was built on not only sexuality, but being a what they call, or what women call, a girl's girl. Now, what exactly is that to all the men who don't know what the hell that is? Because I just found out what it is. This is a term that's used to describe a woman who celebrates her fellow women, doesn't let jealousy get in the way of doing so, and she's honest and encouraging to her fellow women as well. Ice Spice has now
Well, that is got exposed. This is not true. So
lost that entire aspect of her brand due to this controversy. Also, Ice Spice just doesn't have the same type of freshness to her name anymore. People feel like they've experienced all that they can from her. Her music has clearly taken a back seat as far as
ain't too many more poop references you can get about out of your discography that people gonna mess with. Like there's only so many times you can do that, and then you gonna hit the same beat, the same tempo, the boom 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 boom, that NY drill. But that shit died in 2020, 2021. Like, come on here. It's time to give it up. Just rap over a regular classic hip hop beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why they be making it so hard. Like, it don't be that hard. Just rap over a different beat. Like, with a different tempo. Like, I don't understand.
In relation to her name,
but I guess obviously trying to keep on doing what works.
And also,
try to, like, obviously helps, I guess. But eventually, obviously, it's going to get tired out.
To be fair, she hasn't done herself a favor by putting sex at the forefront 24/7. Unfortunately, the majority of female rappers do that, but the ones that end up sticking are the...
I don't know what just happened. I don't know. It just slowed down like crazy. My bad, y'all.
Talented ones, okay? The ones who show the world that they have more to offer than just their body. I'm talking about Snow the product. I'm talking about Bia.
Bia fine, too. I don't know who Snow the product is. Shout out to her, though. But yeah, Bia look good for sure. For sure.
I'm talking about Doechii. I'm talking about
like I just said.
Millie.
Yeah.
These are women who put their creativity at the
So
forefront.
Millie be on some sexy shit too though. No cap. And she can, cause she fine as shit. Fuck Millie. I don't know if you ever gonna see this video, probably not. But if you do by happen chance, get with me. You feel what I'm saying? Get with me though.
Everything they do. Now, as for Ice Spice, her body is more popular than her music. And it's always been like that. Whether it's the millions of young girls following her because they want to be like her, or whether it's the thirsty basement-dwelling teenage boys who get turned on when they see her fat ass. Her name
there's a lot of them across the world. A lot of
by her willingness to lean on sex. And once the shape she got introduced to the game with starts to change, since she lost a bunch
like I said, lost mad weight, got mad light, like Rice Spice. Like I don't know what she doing. I don't know what she doing.
And people have accused her of using Ozempic for her
Ozempic
journey. Now that she's looking so different,
Ozempic.
People were already not attached to her music and leaning too much on your looks, whether you're a man or a woman in any facet of life, is something that's very fleeting. As human beings, we can't run away from the inevitable process of aging, and that's why you gotta make sure people fall in love with who you are on an intrinsic level and not what you are. Leaning on the physical stuff gots to go, okay? Finito. Unfortunately for Ice Spice, since a big part of her popularity was fed by her good looks, that is her gimmick, and she has to maintain it, or else
Jesus.
To each his own, but one thing's for sure, people have lost interest in Ice Spice. Do I think she's fallen off? Well, she's clearly not as hot as she used to be. She's, of course, very young and has built an extremely lucrative brand for herself. So even if the music doesn't pan out the way she wants it to, I'm sure she'll be able to monetize her name by working with big brands and cashing in on the sponsorship money. And this is an aspect
then she working with Dunkin' Donuts, so
seem to miss, okay? And this is very relevant to Ice Spice. A lot of these so-called artists that are popping up now are nothing but glorified social media influencers who happen to know how to sing into a microphone or rap into a microphone. The goal for the music industry wasn't for Ice Spice's career to have longevity. The goal was to build her brand up to a level where it's lucrative enough. And in that situation, she won't be dependent.
Yeah. I think that, I say at the most, I think Ice Spice got at least, like at the most, I say like 1 or 2 more years. Like 1 or 2. And she ain't gonna be able to drop no album, like a full album, like a 15-song album, 20-song album. She can't do that. Now she just completely changes her style and brand. She can't do that. So she gonna have to just rely on singles and TikTok to help her. I ain't gonna cap. Like that's what she gonna have to rely on to really like keep pushing and keep being like. That's what Glorilla's doing. You see what I'm saying? Say after that one song, that cha 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 song, that shit was ass. When nobody listened, she tried like a little dance anthem like she did before. She ended up locking back in, getting a couple more hits. Now Glorilla's hot as ever. You know what I'm saying? At 7 p.m. Friday and 95 degrees. You know what I'm saying? Like, she going stupid right now. That's what Ice Spice need to do. She need to get back in the lab.
On her album selling for her existence to make sense. Make sense. But that's why Ice Spice is losing relevancy. I'm sure she still has a couple solid years in the mainstream world of music left. However, the numbers prove that she's on a downward trajectory.
Yeah.
Anyway, you made it this far, which means I'm sure you...
Yep, sure did. Shout out to him for his video. Like my video, comment, subscribe, notice, or share with your friends again. Thank y'all for watching. That's ain't anymore. I'm out. Peace.